Welcome back, guys. So today we're gonna completely finish the fly tie fishing station. So my brother needs holders for the thread or the yarn or the hair. I'm not sure what it's called. I'm just gonna call it yarn or thread. So he needs holders for the thread. So originally our plan was to drill 3/8 pockets into the top plate, but that's not going to work due to several reasons. One reason is the shipping. I don't want it to break off during shipment. The second reason is I don't know how big the threads are. It could be 1.5 inches, it could be 2 inches. They may even be 3 inches. I don't know. I see different sizes online. So what I came up with was to cut a separate piece and put 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 holes in it. So if he needs to adjust it for the size of the thread, he could easily take, one and put it here, or he could put another one here, or he can put it here. He can switch it around or move it around to his preference. So that's what we're going to do today. So now this has all been finished with the wax. So what we need to do is just take the wax off of this area. And it's not that hard. It's just basically a little sanding. Because we can put it right back. And then we're going to glue this piece to the top mount, which is going to leave 1.25 inches from each side. So let's get that done. Let's get the glue on this. Now we want to stay away from gluing the holes. We'll just put the glue on like that, and then I'll use my finger to channel the glue where I need it and where I don't want it. Now if you do happen to get the glues in the hole, you could easily just take another piece of the 3/8 rod and you can put it through the holes and take the glue out. So that's what I'm going to do, because I did get glue in the hole. So we're just going to clean it out just like that. Now I put a piece of blue tape on the left and right to map out exactly where it needs to sit, because I didn't want to put any pencil marks on it anymore, because they're really hard to get out when they're close to the sides. Now we're going to remove the excess tape. So what I do, I just take a piece of paper and fold it up. And this gets right underneath of the line where the glue is, so that I'm guaranteed to get all of it out. Now we'll take the blue tape off for the other squeeze out, which is right on the tape. Now I just take a little piece of sandpaper just to get the sticky side of the resin. And there we have it. We'll let that sit for about 1.5 hours. It is finally finished. Boy, was this a lot of hard work. A lot of delicate cuts. A lot of very precision cuts. you know, we had some complications in this build. My mistake. So the first one we put on, I made it 1/4 of an inch off. Not sure how I did it, but it happened. The second thing that went wrong, let me show you. So the second thing that went wrong is I tried to, I guess I tried to rush. I just wanted it to get done for my brother. And the cutout that was supposed to go here, this was the original board. And I used a carbide bimetal bit. And that just tore it to shreds. Let me show you the bit. So this is the bit that I used, which is Milwaukee's Big Hog carbide teeth blade, and that just tore it apart. Then I went to go try to fix it, and I figured, all right, we got some indents, we got some movement, so I figured I'll take the router with a 1-inch, oh, I don't even know what the bit's called, man. Roundover. So I figured I'd try to fix it with a 1-inch roundover bit. That didn't work. The depth of it, it hit the bottom, and when it hit the bottom, it jerked the router. So this is what it turned out after all those mishaps. Let me see if I can do this without dropping it. So, oh, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it really tore this to shreds. So that was gone. So then we had to replace the top. And because I glued it already and set everything in place, when I went to go rip it up, I broke the bottom. So that had to be replaced. And then I had to replace the dowels. And boy, was I lucky on that, because by the time I got done, I had less than 1/4 inch of dowels left. So I just made that. I just pulled it out. It's like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. So then the next complication was, I have a drill press, but it doesn't have a, you know, a 30-inch base. So it was very hard to make the 1.5-inch holes for the bottles of glue that my brother uses. So then I had to set up a jig. Let me show you that. So that's the jig I had to set up, or should I say the stand that I had to set up so that I would be able to cut those holes with the same depth. So first I tried to do it by hand with a screw gun, but the problem that I couldn't distribute the pressure 100% right like a drill press can. So then I went ahead and I made you know, just an extension on the drill press, clamping it anywhere I could, just so I could get these holes exactly at 1/4 inch deep and make them all identical. So after all said and done, I think it absolutely turned out phenomenal. It's just beautiful. I actually surprised myself. I never knew that I could ever do anything like this. I mean, I've built a lot of things, but nothing quite like this. So then the next thing was, I wanted to make drawers for him. So I did make 2 drawers, but then when I got to, you know, looking at certain things and, you know, putting everything into perspective, I realized that one big drawer is not going to be enough, because he's going to need different pockets, and maybe he needs, you know, more space to, as a layout. So then what I came up with is I built the other drawer. So this one can pop up, it can be taken out, And then he has two medium pockets, one smaller pocket, and then he has a long pocket, which, you know, he can put, you know, whatever tools he's using in there, or whatever he chooses to do with it. It would be, you know, up to him. I'm not really sure the kind of tools you use for this. But then the other thing was, you know, I had to come up with a solution for shipping this. And I knew that if I shipped it with the thread holders, that it would probably get broken or busted, and then that would make me really upset, you know, because I want this to be delivered perfectly to him. So what I came up with was, I built a base, as you've seen in the last video, and then I end up making 3 different sizes. So the 8-inch will go on the sides, and then the 6 inches will go on the other ones. And I'm not going to glue those in because I want him to be able to move it around for his preference, depending on what size thread he uses. And then I gave him a couple of extra just in case they get damaged, or, you know, things happen and things break over the course of, you know, you using it. And then with this, I built the insert so that if he did need more room, he could have another, basically like a table right here. And if he wanted to, he could just flip it up and he could grab stuff out of the pockets. So that was the other thing. And then we built drawers here, and I gave them new inserts. So if these get, you know, damaged by poking them after a while, he can just take it out. It's a little tight to get out, but he can just take it out, take a new one, push it in there like that, and voila. You know, he has a replacement. So we got drawers on this side. We also have a drawer on this side. Now this has the Kaizen foam in it, so he can put like, you know, he can plug clip the hooks in here, or the flies that he makes. So there's more inserts that I gave him on this side. And then, let me bring you around to the front. So with the front, he has the flies that he gets finished making. He can just clip into the Kaizen foam right here. And then he has the perch for his C-clamp. Everything is nice and smooth. So it works flawlessly. I don't have anything. Well, I guess I could make something here real quick. See what I can do. So let's say this is the bottle of glue that's going to sit in there for him. So that's how the bottles of glue will sit. Now, I made both of these at a 1/2 inch separated, and then I made the closer one to the edge 3/4, because I know some bottles, you know, they're skinny on the bottom and then they get wider. So he has plenty of room for that. Please leave your comments in the comment section. If you like this build, if you would want to build something like this, if you would like me to make plans available. The design will be a little bit different, depending on, you know, what you choose to do with it. If you haven't already subscribed and you like the content, I ask you to hit that subscribe button, because it really does help the channel out. And if you really like it, give me one of those. That really helps. And we have a lot of exciting things coming to the channel. I hope you guys stick around. And I will see you guys on the next build. Ciao for now.